Hey y'all, it's me again. This should be the second video that you watch for Wordly Wise, okay? If you have not watched the first video for Wordly Wise, you need to go back and do that before you watch this one, okay? So on this video, I'm going to walk you through the other pages that go with the story. So if you don't have your Wordly Wise book, pause me and go get it. And then you also need, if you have it, a blue, yellow, black, green, and brown crayon or colored pencils, okay? You need blue, yellow, black, green, and brown, okay? So if you don't have your book and those crayons, go ahead and grab those. And of course you need a pencil too, okay? So pause me if you don't have those things and then come back. So when you have your book, I want you to turn to page, sorry, I had it right here, page 90, okay? And of course, you should have already listened to the story called Up, Up, and Away. You know, it's about Maggie and Diego and their parents going on a plane ride to visit relatives, okay? So on page 90, you should see the three pictures that you saw earlier, and I want you to number those in the order that they come in, number 1, number 2, and number 3. And that helps us with when we've heard a story, to whenever we can sequence them, put them in order, and know the order that the story went, okay? Okay, so after you've done that, that's pretty easy. I want you to turn to page 91, and you'll see a picture of a space shuttle, okay? And this is where you're gonna need your crayons. And again, first graders, we've done this many, many times. So mom and dad, if you're kind of like confused at what's going on, they know exactly what's going on because we've done this many times before. So on page 91, you see the picture of the space shuttle. So I'm gonna ask you a question or tell you something to look for, and then you're gonna color it, okay? So the first thing I want you to look for in this picture is an astronaut. Remember, that was one of our vocabulary words. And I want you to color the astronaut suit blue. Color the astronaut's suit blue. Okay. Now remember, if I start going too fast, you can always pause the video, which is really nice. They don't get to pause me in class, right? Okay, the second thing I want you to do is look for the space shuttle. I want you to color the whole outside of the space shuttle yellow, okay? There's that word whole. That was one of our vocabulary words with this story, is whole. So I want you to color the whole outside of the space shuttle yellow. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is find an area inside the space shuttle that looks dim. There's our other, one of our vocabulary words, dim. Look for the area that looks dim inside the space shuttle, and I want you to color it black. The area that looks dim inside the space shuttle, color it black. Now this next one is using one of our vocabulary words in a different way than it did in the story, but that's okay because we need to know both of the definitions of it, okay? Look for someone who is being weighed on a scale. Color the scale green. Now remember, in the story, scale was used like what are on fish, okay, right? But here it's using scale as what we get weighed on, okay? So I want you to color the scale green. And the last one for this page, this picture, is, can you see something in the picture that is tilted? There's another of our vocabulary words, tilted. Remember tilt? I'll give you a hint. Okay, tilt. I want you to color it brown. Color something that is being tilted or that is tilted, color it brown.